Hey. I think this is the first time I've talked to you this morning. I'm suddenly out of breath for some reason. B. I'm gonna clean up. I just took Haley upstairs to take a nap. And I just heard something. Anyway, just clean up stuff a little bit. And then try to figure out something for lunch. Not anything too big. Trying to, well, I would say eat healthier, but it's not necessarily, we don't really have a whole lot of healthy food. We have a lot of leftover type of things, not necessarily leftover food, I don't know. Leftover, but not like meal stuff. A lot of snacky stuff. So I'll probably have some kind of thing. Hearing noises, I think Haley might be awake still. I'm putting these books away. She usually, when she's down for her nap, she's usually down until their mom, well, so pretty close to when their mom gets here. And Doug will be getting up soon, but I don't think he usually doesn't do much with the books, unless his sister is, or if she's left them out everywhere, then he might go and check them out. This one goes here, kind of. Let's see, here's some more books. I hear noises. I have to go over and get that little girl. Might have to go get her. How are you guys doing? Well, you saw the end of my vlog here, the second clip. My vlog. Oh, it's a Charlie. Hi. Oh, I need to charge this. But you saw the second part of my vlog yesterday, and I was just in a mood, in a funk. I continued after I talked to you, so there was that. And I went to sleep not long after that. So that happened. I need to fold these towels. They're clean. I forgot to put them in the dryer until like right before I went to bed. So that happened. Oh, I need to go check on Haley. Let's go do that. Before I get food and get settled down. Let's go see what Haley's up to. I was gonna vlog me talking to her, but I figured if I did that, she'd be like, oh, video camera, and we'd want to be silly and stuff, so I didn't do that. Anyway, she might get up again, but I'm gonna get me something to eat. Puppy's in here. Oh, she's all curled up being cute. Oh, I need to bring a towel down. I took her, well, she took her towel out of there, but I put it downstairs because it got something on it that she coughed up. Let's turn on these lights for a minute. What do we got? So we got tons of crackers. There's like 1, 2, 3 boxes. Those are both bags of crackers. And then cook some bread maybe. We got chips. We could have chips and cheese, which isn't healthy. But we're pretty much out of cheese. We only have like 1 or 2 slices left. I got this up. My mom, I don't know if I talked about it in the previous vlog or not. Excuse me. My mom usually gets me and my siblings a calendar for Christmas. That wasn't the calendar. I got that for myself, or Brett got it for me or something last year. But she gets us a calendar for Christmas every year and has for as long as I can remember. And this year when we got our presents, there was no calendar. And I didn't want to complain. I didn't want to be like, where's the calendar? You got me all this stuff, but where's this? I didn't want to complain after she gave me all the other stuff. She gave me some other good presents type thing. It's just that I'm used to getting the calendar, and I'm always like, oh, what calendar is she gonna get this year? And then there was no calendar. So at the New Year's Day thing when we were at her house, I was like, so you didn't do one of the Christmas traditions this year? Because I was trying to find a way to mention it without sounding like I was complaining or like I was ungrateful. And she was like, what was that? I was like, you didn't get the calendars this year. And my sister was like, oh my gosh, I know, right? She thought my mom had just forgot, so she didn't want to say anything. And I thought my mom just decided, for whatever reason, not to do it this year, which she kind of did. But it was because, well, she had, somebody else that she knows from church got a calendar from somebody and like was complaining about it, which you shouldn't complain about a gift. That's a jerk move. But anyway, the person was complaining about it, and my mom was like, oh, well, maybe people just don't use calendars, so I won't get them calendars this year, because they probably use their phones. And I don't know if Becky uses her calendar on her phone at all, but I don't. I've tried to put stuff in there before, and then completely forget that I put it in there, because I don't use my calendar on my phone. It's not something that I constantly, I don't know, I don't like it as much. I like being able to write it. And I can show you in here. This is my old calendar, I have that to show her. But like that's just January of last year. I have all the stuff written on there. So I was like, oh, I definitely use it. And Becky said that she used it. And my mom's like, okay, I'm sorry. I just thought you guys didn't use this. I didn't think you guys would want them this year. But we do, so she's getting us calendars this week. I feel bad, but the only reason she didn't get it was because she didn't think we wanted it. So I hope she doesn't feel obligated that she has to get it. It's just, I'm used to getting a calendar. I was going to go buy myself one, but more money I'd have to spend too. Anyway, this calendar I had up there, but it only has 12 months because, oh, it says 16 month. Why does it say 16 month? Oh, that's has the 4 months from last year. I was like, what? But this one, this is the last, maybe not the one they'll make ever, but the last Chez Carl Chatard calendar that they've made. And Grandma Tard's birthday. It's kind of blurry in here, but it's the last one they have made so far. They didn't make one for this past Christmas. They hadn't been vlogging and stuff, which I knew they weren't going to, and they've talked about it. But anyway, that has the January one for 2018. It's the last month that they have on there, but that'll last until I think next week when my mom will be. I'll be seeing my mom. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and get something to eat, and I'm gonna have to go potty. So I'll talk to you guys later. Guys, it's a little crazy what just a little bit will do. I don't want to talk too long. I've already probably talked too long today. But I was on the verge of not even vlogging anymore today for the day earlier, just because I was just in such a poopy mood. One of the things related to Brett's school stuff, and then which had me upset, and then I got some snowman towels from my mom. It's not doing that big of a deal, but I got some snowman towels from my mom to put up when they took my Christmas stuff down. I could put up the snowman stuff and it'd still be festive, but it wouldn't be holiday related, about the holidays that passed. And I hadn't put them up yet because I had been trying to figure out when to put them up, preferably when Xena wasn't already out and stuff. And so I hadn't put them out yet, but they were sitting on the counter, and Xena got them a couple times, but she got the one this evening, and tore a hole in it. In a bit of anger, I tore the whole paper, like the paper towel that already had a hole, and I tore it in half and threw it on the ground, and grabbed Xena, put her in the cage without her towel because she keeps dragging it out, her towel, and then ended up throwing the towel that I tore in half. I threw that in the trash. I later put Zena's towel in there for her once I calmed down a little bit, but I was just done. And I considered looking for a part-time job in the evening, like a second shift part-time job. I watch the kids in the morning, and then usually in the evenings I do my like one cleaning job that I assign myself each day. But as much as I don't really want to have a job outside my house, I was willing to do that because we don't have as much money as I prefer to have, and it's scary. But I texted Brett, and he didn't reply, asking if I should start looking for a part-time job for a second shift. He didn't reply because he was hanging out. He was at his friend's house, but not like today's Thursday, and they meet on Thursdays and stuff. And I asked him about it when I got home, and he was like, no. I'm gonna get teary about this. But he was like, the whole reason he started working at home was because neither one of us wanted you to have to work at McDonald's or something like that, where you don't get to pick your hours, and so you can be home, and when we have kids you can be home, and darn it, I didn't think I'd be crying this much talking to you guys, but pretty much just kind of reminded me why why it's good that I'm working here at home. It's good for me and good for us, and reminded me that I'm probably going to be getting some more, like another kid or two. Probably just one for now. Another kid. I don't have any kids for like anybody that's said anything, but I have room for another kid now that my oldest that I'm watching just turned 2 today. Today's her birthday. And reminded me that we're probably going to pick up some kids in the summer. Since school will be out, I'll probably have the kids I have now plus some older kids. And told me that we're going to make it work. It's going to be fine. And it didn't convince me right away, but I'm really glad that he said that. And then I watched Glee, and there's music related in that, and that kind of brightened my mood. And yeah. I'm in a little bit better of a place than I was earlier today, just a couple hours ago. So that's good. I also got the laundry done today that I wanted to get done. I got my laundry and his laundry done. Zena's still been in the cage since I put her in there after getting angry. But I need to get to bed. I might read another chapter of my book that I'm reading. I'm reading Make Room, Make Room. If you look up Soylent Green, if you don't know what that is, it's in that book, but if you want to look up what Soylent Green is, might be interesting. Anyway, I'm going to sign off here, but I have just been in a funk the last couple days, and maybe tomorrow will start to get better. Brett gets paid tomorrow, I get paid tomorrow. And another kid that I watch starts back on Monday. Maybe a couple that I watch might start next week again. Anyway, I hope you have a great, grand, wonderful, amazing, telepathy day, and I will see you in my next vlog. Good night.